Okay, welcome back to Tom Dave's Live. Today we have a special guest. We have Joseph Cosentino he's the broker owner of Morris Park Realty Group in New York, Bronx, New York. So, hey, Joseph, how are you doing today?
Great, Tom. Thanks for having me on your show.
Good, man. I'm
Well,
glad you could jump on. I really appreciate that.
it's a
So,
little, a little colder here in New York than it is out in California.
yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. How's the temperature there? How's the weather today?
It's actually pretty nice today. I shouldn't complain. We've had decent weather up until now. So for us real estate professionals here in New York that have to go out in the cold and snow and show houses, it's not fun.
Yeah, a lot different than California. So, man, I appreciate that. So, hey, let's just get started if you don't mind.
Sure.
Can you share a little information about yourself? Where are you from originally? Where were you born and raised?
Well, I was born right here in the Bronx in Morris Park. Born and raised here. I also lived in Westchester County. I went to high school, went to college in Iona College in New Rochelle. Bought a house in the Bronx, got married, had a couple of kids, moved back up to Westchester, now live in Eastchester, and still own the bit brokerage here in the Bronx. Have branched out to Westchester County, Connecticut, and now Florida.
Well, awesome. So, what was it like growing up in the Bronx? I mean, I have been to New York a few times, but of course, I've seen a lot of movies, and the Bronx is definitely in a lot of shows. What was it like growing up in the Bronx?
Well, it was great. I mean, we all grew up in the neighborhood. We all knew each other. We all, we knew our neighbors. Everybody went in each other's homes, 4th of July, the summer. We all had great times growing up. And it's just like you see, in some of the commentary, like on some of the old stuff, it's pretty much how we grew up. And then, we all went to the same schools. We all played sports together. It was just a great neighborhood feel. We all knew each other, and it was, just like me and you would be friends, and we'd go from grammar school all the way to high school to college, and we knew each other's parents. Your parents knew me. We knew each other's brothers and sisters, and it was a great time to really grow up in the Bronx.
Well, that sounds great. Sounds like you have a very rich childhood and then growing up with a lot of relationships that oftentimes last a lifetime. What sports did you play?
Mostly football. I did play baseball. Did play some hockey. But obviously, growing up in the Bronx, we didn't have too many choices. We didn't have big fields with lights and grass, and we played on concrete. We played softball. We played in Loretta Park under the lights. So it was very competitive. We had a lot of good athletes. It's just that we didn't have the opportunities like our kids have today to get drafted and go to colleges, and we had to make our own way, pretty much.
Absolutely. Well, and that ties into your success and just being resourceful, doing the best that you can with what you have, with the connections that you have. So, and then I know that you're in real estate. Of course, what inspired you to get into real estate?
Well, I've always been in my own business. After college, I opened up a gas station, service station, and I had that for about 10 years. So I got a chance to sell that, make some money, get involved in the real estate side of it. And I was fortunate enough to come into time when the real estate market had just really taken off. We had new construction projects going pretty much all over the place. The restrictions were so, it was so easy to do building, and many opportunities for local builders to buy property and develop them. So a developer asked me to come. I had sold my business, so I knew, I said, you know what, I want to get involved in real estate. Uh, and a friend of mine had a brokerage. He said, well, come work for me. I have these projects and I need a sales agent to, kind of work the projects. So you could help me, we'll have a nice on-site office, and you could work the as the people come in, you can work with them and try to sell the property. So I went for the test. I took the test, I passed it, and I immediately went to work. And at that time, we had about four condo projects that were on the plans to be built. One of them was just finishing. So I started working on the property. It was pretty much a luxury condo in the Bronx, on the water, in country club section, and that's how I started selling.
Man, that's great. And I know that you've grown and you've expanded. Was that something that was purposeful, or was that something that was just organic? Maybe we could chat about that a little bit.
Well, in the beginning, I wish I would have had a little more. I wish I could go back in time and speak to that young agent who was developing. At the time, I was just trying to make money, and I had a young family. I had a mortgage. I had bills like everyone else, so it was a little difficult to make my first deal. I didn't realize how long it would take. I didn't know the process. I didn't know how long it would take to make my first commission payment, my commission check. So I was a quick learner. Let's put it that way.
Wow, that's awesome. So now you're independent broker owner. Tell me more about your company and what markets you cover and the number of agents, if you don't mind.
Sure. We cover mostly the Bronx, Northeast Bronx. We do go into Manhattan. I have several agents that cover Manhattan. We cover all of Westchester County, uh, Fairfield County in Connecticut, and some of Rockland County. So basically, independently owned. I am the broker owner. I have a team of about 35 agents. We have 5 offices. So during the pandemic, obviously, we couldn't work out of the offices, so most of the agents started working from home. They developed, home offices or what have you, but we still try to get together as a team every other week, whether it's a Zoom meeting or now with everything opening up again, we can do monthly trainings and sales meetings. So, we try to bring on people that have business experience. I like agents that are self-starters, that are motivated. They know business. It might not be this business, but maybe they've come from some other business or another industry, but they have a good sales background and a good work ethic, good follow-up skills, and a good listener.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. So you're obviously extremely successful. What do you attribute your success, Joseph?
Well, it comes down to trust and relationship building. You have to be likable. People have to like you to do business with you. I've kept relationships all through the years from when I started. I even have clients even from when I had my previous business. Still, I've sold their homes, or I've sold homes for their family or friends. So you always try to keep that relationship going. And we didn't have all this software. I'm actually using some new CRM technology now, to keep in touch with the database and keep constant contact with your clients, your friends, your family, your sphere of influence, and just re-energizing myself as an owner, as a broker that's been doing this for quite some time. I'm always learning new things. The younger guys that come in and girls, they might have a little uh, might know an easier way to do something. So obviously, I listen to everyone, and I'm open to make change.
Well, that's awesome. And then so Speaking of new agents, if you were a new agent just getting started into the business now, what would you do?
Well, I would team up with a broker like myself, who's in the office working. That's side by side with them. That offers the training and the support. I just had an agent come to me today from a big firm. He's only been licensed for a few months, and they basically just throw him in there. They hit him with a bunch of fees, and he's on his own. So, when I'm personally sitting down with him and explaining to him what to do and how to set up his business plan and how to put contacts into the CRM and how to take his iPhone and merge it to his sphere of influence. These are all things that people that haven't been doing this for a while in our industry don't realize. Contacts lead to contracts. So the more contacts you have and the more networking you do, will definitely help your business.
Well, absolutely. And I love the fact that, well, there were 7 things that I picked up that you shared with us to build those relationships. And there's 7 tips to build relationships as a real estate agent. Number one, build that trust, and then number two is over communicate and over serve. Number three is to be honest, and then live up to your service and your guarantee. Think of clients more than just clients. Reward your loyal clients, and then always think long term. So
Yeah.
those are some amazing tips. So, well, let me ask you, Joseph, if
Yeah.
anyone is moving to your area, what markets do you cover, and how can they get a hold of you?
They can text me, email me, basically Morris Park Realty Group on Instagram. I get direct messages all day long from people. I answer every one of them. I might not answer them right away, but I try to get back to everyone before the end of business day. Sometimes I'll get, obviously at night, you'll get these, random text messages. As you know, the phones never stop ringing. So in the Bronx, we're Morris Park Realty Group. You can look us up everywhere. I mean, you could find us easily. Google. The office is always open, 6 days a week. Someone's usually here. Westchester Realty Consultants is my firm in Westchester County. We also have an office in Connecticut, which they can contact me anytime if they have questions. Obviously, I try to answer everyone.
Awesome. Well, great, Joseph. Thank you so much for jumping on here. If any of you have any
You're
questions,
welcome.
feel free to reach out to Joseph or myself. Here to serve. And thanks again, Joseph. Have a good day. Thanks again.
You too. Have a great
Sounds good.
holiday season and stay busy.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
Stay well. Bye, everybody.